Yao offered the rule of the world to Xu You, saying, "When the sun and moon are shining, yet a torch insists on burning, isn't that abused? When tiny rain falls, yet someone still insists on irrigating, isn't that needless labor? Now that you stand here, the world is already well governed. If I still cling to the throne, I only expose my own inadequacy, so I ask to hand the world over to you." Xu You replied, "You have already governed the world. If I replace you, would I not be seeking fame? Fame is external positions. Should I give up myself to chase it? The rain builds its nest deep in the forest, yet uses only one branch. The field mouse drinks from the river, yet needs only enough to fill its belly. Go back and rest, my lord. The world is no use for me, even if the cook makes the kitchen. The breast does not tip over and alter to take its place." Jian Wu asked Lian Shu, "I heard words from Jie Yu, vast yet without focus, flowing forward without return. They startled me, as boundless as the Milky Way, utterly different from common sense, far from human concerns." Lian Shu said, "What exactly did he say?" Jian Wu replied, "On the mount of distant Guye lives a divine being, whose skin is like ice and snow, whose posture is supple like a maiden, who eats no grain but inhales the wind and drinks the dew, who rides the clouds, commands flying dragons, and wanders beyond the four seas. When his spirit is settled, no creature suffers disease, and the harvests ripen naturally. I took this as madness, and did not believe it." Lian Shu said, "Indeed, the blind cannot appreciate the beauty of patterns and colors. The deaf cannot take part in the sound of bells and drums. Is it only in the body that blindness and deafness exist? The mind, too, can be blind." Upon hearing your words, I knew you were still stuck in the previous stage. As for that person and having such a nature, he embarrasses all things as one, while the world struggles in chaos. How could he pursue external things like everyone else in the world? Such a person cannot be harmed by things. In a great flood that reaches the sky, he does not drown. In a great drought where metals melt and mountains scorch, he does not feel heat. Even if he shakes off dust, it can be used to mold Yao and Shen. Why would he bother himself with worldly affairs? It is like a man from Song bringing ceremonial hats to sell in Yue. The Yue people cut their hair and they don't wear decorations on their bodies. They have no use for such things." Yao governed the people of the world, deal with a host of problems every day. Yet when he visited the four masters on Mount Guye, north of the Fen River, after seeing how they govern all things, he dimly felt he had lost his world entirely.